Hello everyone and welcome back to my channel Tomcat Stitchery. I'm Whitney and today I have got basically a birthday fabric haul that I wanted to share with you guys. But before we get into that real quick, today is Friday, which means we have a Love Notions Feature Friday pattern, and that pattern is the Margot Peplum and the Maggie. The Maggie is the same pattern but for little girls. Excuse me. Anyway, it's a top. It's got a few different like peplum options, a couple different, sleeve neckline options. I have made this. In fact, I had a video on Love Notions channel about this pattern. $5 today only. And if peplums aren't like your thing, it's super easy to lengthen those peplums into skirts to make them knit dresses. So a really fun and versatile pattern, and if you're into the mommy and me thing, you could get both patterns, $5 each. Really great bang for your buck. So if you would like to add that one to your catalog, use my code Whitney10 for an additional 10% off that $5 sale price. Okay, let's talk about fabric. So my birthday was in February, was last month, and I got discount codes to two different fabric stores because it was my birthday month, giving me a discount off for shopping during my birthday month. One of which was Stylemaker Fabrics, and the other one was the Sewing Studio. And because I have no restraint when it comes to fabric, and I'm like, oh my, and you had to use them within your birthday month. I thought, well, my birthday only comes around once a year. I need to use these coupons. But I think I did really well and got some really good versatile pieces that are going to really take me into spring and summer sewing. If you are a member, so here on YouTube, I do have a monthly membership where I've got some extra content that goes up 2 to 3 times a week. And one of the things that got posted in there was the Stylemaker, at least the Stylemaker fabric haul. A lot of times when I do these fabric haul videos, the fabrics sell out. So I kind of gave them a heads up. I don't have discount codes for either of these shops, but a lot of times that does happen where I'll show something and people are like, oh my gosh, it's beautiful, and things will sell out. So I did give them a sneak peek or showed them about the Stylemaker fabric already, but if you would like to join us over there, we would love to have you. It's a lot of posts. They've been voting on which work in progress I should do first. I've got 4 that I uncovered when I was cleaning out my sewing space, and yeah, I've got shorts. We've been talking about projector print or projector sewing. We've been talking about all sorts of stuff. So anyway, that's all been happening over in the membership. Okay, I'll leave a link if you're interested. You can click on it without having to buy anything. But if you're interested in what is all involved right now with the membership, I'll leave a link down in the description box. All right, so like I said, 2 shops, Stylemaker and the Sewing Studio. Let's see, I bought 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 fabrics from Stylemaker and 2 from the Sewing Studio. And I'm going to talk you through my plans for both of these. As I am filming this video, it is not cold. Let's see, it is, yeah, it's like almost 50 degrees outside, but it is March in Indiana, which means it is very gray and it is raining today. And I think it's supposed to turn over into snow later. So just one of the perks of living in the Midwest, of living in Indiana. But one of the things that I like, and this is just the time of year where it's super gray in Indiana, like February, March, and into April. So anytime the sun shines at all during that time, you're like, yay! Anyway, one of the ways that I combat that is sewing spring and summer clothes, especially stuff in bright colors. So I was on the website and, just perusing. I like to, when I'm doing fabric shopping, I like to put a whole bunch of stuff in my cart, especially if I have like a coupon, and with Stylemaker, it's 20% off during your birthday month. So I added a whole bunch of fabric, and then I went in. It's like taking a whole bunch of clothes into your dressing room and then weeding through and saying, okay, here's my budget. So then, and then picking stuff to fit into that. So I added a whole bunch of stuff to my cart, and then I went back and deleted things until I ended up with my 5 pieces that I did grab. But while I was doing that, my son came over and was sitting on the couch next to me. And this is the first fabric. And he saw this. This is a premium, hold on, I've got the little receipt for these so I can call them correctly. All of these fabrics are listed in the description box below. So if you're interested in any of these, it'll take you right over to the websites. So this is the Tropical Coastline Cotton Poplin Shirting, and I think it feels lovely. So, but I think it's narrow. I think it's like a quilting cotton width, and it is a poplin, which is that's what quilting cotton is, a poplin. Yeah, it's narrow. So it's like probably a 45-inch width. But look at this. But it feels lovely. Like it feels almost more cotton lawn than it does poplin. Now poplin is a little thicker than cotton lawn, but it's going to make a fantastic shirt. But he saw this and immediately he said, "Oh my gosh, I love that. Will you make me a well, he didn't say camp collared shirt, but what he described was a camp collar shirt. He doesn't have those words in his vocabulary. Look at this. I gotta cover my face for a second. Number one, how beautiful are those colors? I would say that he is close in coloring to me. He is more olive skinned than I am. My daughter is very fair, but we do not have the same complexion. I'm fair too, but we do not have the same. She has my father-in-law's like absolute complexion, real low contrast between eyes, skin, and hair, all that kind of stuff. My son has more my husband's like olive coloring. Actually, I think my husband is just like my mother-in-law. They have a lot of similarities, and she is an autumn, the darkest one, and I can't remember what that's called. A twilight autumn? No, I don't think it's twilight autumn. I can't remember, but it's the darkest of the, no, maybe she's calm autumn, but anyway, doesn't matter. She's an autumn, and which surprised me because I don't know why, but I have a feeling my husband's probably the same because once I saw her colors on her, I'm like, oh my gosh, yes, that's absolutely true. But I think Jack, because Jack has got really blue eyes, like almost navy blue, like really blue, like bright, dark blue eyes. My husband doesn't. My husband has like a greenish, bluish, grayish color eye, like colored eyes, but still, yeah, not the same. Anyway, I think Jack is probably a spring, but I don't know that for sure. Anyway, these colors look good on him. There's a long way around to say these colors look good on him. And he wants a camp style, like a short sleeve camp style shirt. I made him a couple with a simplicity pattern. It's not 1535 because 1535 is the ladies version of the same pattern. Anyway, I've made him that simplicity pattern, but I am 90% sure, I need to look, but I am 90% sure I cut out the size that he was at that time. And while he can still wear those shirts, it's not for much longer. So I feel like I need to make him a little bit larger size that he can still grow into. So I do feel like I need to size up just a little bit, so it's something that he can kind of grow into a little bit more, because he's still growing, not a ton, but a little bit. Anyway, I do have, and I don't really want to go and buy that pattern again, but I also have the Wardrobe by Me tropical shirt, I think is what it's called, which is a short sleeved camp style shirt. I've made that one before too, and I've got that one digitally, so I can just print off the size that he is currently. I usually have to lengthen his patterns just a little bit because he has a very long torso. So that's the same with my daughter. Anyway, he is very excited about getting a shirt in this. So I did buy this one for him. He never asked for anything, but he got excited about this. And so I said, absolutely. And once this arrived, and these other two that I'm getting ready to show you here, I think I could have a lot of fun using scraps of these two with this to do like fun undercollars or I don't know, like the inside band, definitely the hem, like make some bias tape for like the hem band. Anyway, I saw those all together when it came and I was like, oh my gosh, that would be so good to use scraps of these for this shirt. So anyway, that is fabric number 1. So that's going to be a Wardrobe by Me tropical shirt for my son. All right, number 2 are these two. This is the Vibrant Tonal Check Plaid, and I got it in Citron and in Coral. I think it came in other colors as well at one point, but now this is all that is. All of this is cotton. All of this from Stylemaker is all cotton. Anyway, I just couldn't resist these. They're so pretty. I got 3 yards of the first one. Again, it's narrow. Probably I could have gotten away with 2.5 for him, but I thought this is really fun fabric. So if I want to use that for bias tape or pockets, I mean, I will find a use for the rest of the yardage that's left over. But I grabbed both of these because I think that these, I mean, they're in my color palette. I mean, probably this yellow is probably more autumn and less spring a little bit, but it's still I think it's still fine. Anyway, I have some ideas on both of these. Number one, I think a summer dress would be absolutely beautiful in one of them. And I'm just, oh my gosh, I'm just really feeling the summer dress vibes. And I pinned a whole bunch of stuff that was in the video on Tuesday. I think I can have a lot of fun. With one of these, I want to recreate. Remember that top that I showed? If you watched Tuesday's video, if not, go back. I did 10 ready-to-wear looks and paired them, plus a bonus, and paired them with patterns and fabric. But the bonus shirt that I wanted to do, which was the top that had the really big puff sleeves that were embroidered, I want to use one of these to recreate that shirt. And I'm not sure which one yet. But I thought it was perfect. The inspiration shirt was like a blue and white check. So within a floral design on that puff sleeve. And I think it would be a whole lot of fun to to do one of these. I'm kind of leaning towards this one for the shirt and then maybe making a dress out of this one. I don't know. We'll play around and see. But I love wearing dresses when the weather gets hot. It's just, I love them better than shorts, which is funny because I wear pants mostly in the cold weather. I don't wear as many dresses. But anyway, I really want to play around. And maybe a skirt is in one of these. I don't know if you guys follow. If you don't, you should. Jenna, she's the lady who lunches on Instagram. She is delightful, and her sewing is, it's just what she does for a hobby, but her sewing is impeccable. She does a whole bunch of like hand smocking, a lot of really cool details on her garments. Pin tucks, scallops, just does a lot of really, really beautiful trims. She uses trims a ton, but she is also really good with print matching or print mixing. So wearing different, colors and prints with other different prints. And I really, really love her style. She has a really cool house too. You see it all. Anyway, you should follow her. But I kind of thought one of these might be kind of fun to maybe delve and do a little bit of something a little bit more complicated, like maybe try my hand. I've never done hand smocking. I have done smocking. I have a pleater, and I've done smocking when Ava was little. I did some smocked dresses for her. Did I do any for Jack? I can't remember now if I made any matching Johns for him or not. But I've done the smocked little panels and the bishop necked dresses and all that kind of stuff before. But I've never done, which I guess that's hand smocking. But I've never actually like that's, I feel like, more smocking in that you were like embroidering pictures into the smocking. The hand smocking she was doing was just taking fabric and bunching it in neat ways. So anyway, I kind of want to play around with it. I have an heirloom sewing book in my library that I'm sure has a lot of like cool details. So that is the plan for both of those. I'm just tossing all these on the floor because they all need to be washed. I'll serge the cut edges on these and then put them into the washer and dryer. These are all cottons. I will not dry the finished garments. I will wash them in the washing machine and then let all these air dry and then either steam or iron them. Okay, and then the last fabric I grabbed, also a nod to the video on Tuesday. I showed you that Eyelet dress from, was it Tuckernuck? I can't remember. It was kind of a purple color, like a lilac color. And I mentioned, and I showed this fabric, but in the purple colorway from Stylemaker to go with that. I want to create a tunic dress like that. I want to recreate my own. I don't think I'll use the pattern I suggested just because I'm sure I've got a pattern in my stash, maybe an out of print one, but I'm sure I've got one in my stash that I could hack in order to recreate that. Stay tuned. But this is it's like a floral eyelet cotton again. I think that's so pretty. And then the matching cotton voile so that can back the areas that I don't want to be see-through in that. So anyway, this is going to be a tunic dress of some sort. And then I bought the matching to go behind it. She's got this in quite a few different colors, like the eyelet with the matching voile to go behind it. So if you are interested in like a little summer dress or top or something, absolutely go take a look at this. I just feel like it's so pretty. Anyway, it just screams summer to me. I absolutely love it. And I've been trying to bring more of this like aqua ocean color into my warm weather wardrobe. So like spring and summer. So I'm looking forward to playing around with this color a little bit more. I feel like when I got my colors done, I was so shocked that I was a warm color palette that I got really excited about wearing colors that I'd never worn before, like the yellows and the oranges and the reds. Like I just never wore those colors because I always thought I was a cool palette, and I am not. So anyway, I just got really excited about wearing those warmer colors. Well, and like my wardrobe is definitely skews that way now. But now that I have experienced that, and I still love all those colors, I feel like easing back into some of the colors that I would have worn beforehand, before I had my colors done. So some of the, the purples and the blues and the greens that are on my warm color card, but that I just kind of, I don't know, had steered away from, only because I was just so excited about trying these brand new colors that I'd never tried before. So it feels kind of good to balance it out a little bit more and to kind of embrace my entire color card. Anyway, that is that. So that is everything that I got from Stylemaker Fabrics. I would definitely go have a look. She's got some beautiful knits and stuff over there. Like there's a lot of really good stuff. And then I got an email from the sewing studio, and she is in the Pacific Northwest, Carlene, and she sent me an email, happy birthday email. Here's I can't even remember now what it was, 10% off, happy birthday. And I'm like, oh my gosh, I need to go spend this. But I was like trying to be, so Jenny and I were in the process of like cleaning out the sewing room at this point. And I'm like, I need to be intentional. Like she's got really beautiful things because she buys dead stock. So there are a lot of fabrics that are on her site that you need to buy them now or they will not be there later because she can't get any more. But then she does have a couple of lines that she keeps pretty regularly, including I bought 2 from one of those lines that I'm going to show you here in a second. But I was looking at some of the new stuff, and I have got some beautiful prints. In fact, at Christmas time, I bought some prints from her, a couple of rayon twills and a really, really pretty cotton. So I feel like I need to focus on sewing up what I've got, especially the new stuff that I just got that I really, really love, before I dive in, too crazy. So I was very responsible, and I bought 2 solids that are absolutely going to create some basics for my wardrobe and be able to have things for me to wear my prints with. So that's important. I like to keep a good balance there between solids and prints so that I can have a continually inclusive and cohesive wardrobe. I'm actually going to be doing a little side quest here, but one of my friends who is a quilter who is starting to garment sew, she's my workout buddy, and I did some fabric shopping for her. She is an Autumn, and I did a fabric shopping trip for her and bought her some fabric because she wants to make a couple of modules. So, and we're gonna work together and get her a module. So I thought it'd be kind of an interesting process to take you guys kind of through that with us. So I have already filmed the video because I've already bought the fabric for her on how I chose fabrics. We have not chosen patterns yet. We went fabrics first, and how I went about that, how I was choosing things, how I was going off of her color card, all that kind of stuff to create a good mix of solids and prints, keeping in mind her style and what she likes to wear. So stay tuned for that. I thought that'd be interesting to go like almost from the beginning of someone that's wanting to do kind of what I've been doing in my own wardrobe. Okay, on that note, I bought 2 solids. I love to wear and love to sew linen, especially in the warmer months. And while I have linen in my stash, totally, and even solids, I have noticed that it is, I have a couple of colors that I bought when I very, very first had my colors done, which were a little bit more muted when I bought them. Again, I went hog wild on being able to wear like oranges, for instance, and I bought a lot of like rustier oranges, which are okay on me, but aren't necessarily my best. I do better in clearer colors. The more muted colors are really more autumn. Again, there's crossover with all of that. And I've got pants and stuff that I've made with a lot of those, but I wanted a few more. And I feel like with linen, it's a little bit harder to find the clearer colors in linen. They tend to go a little bit more like muted, as in a little bit more grayed or a little bit more toasted, colors. Anyway, Sewing Studio does carry the Robert Kaufman brushers what is it? Not Brussels, Brussels washer linen, which is a linen rayon blend, which I've used before. Jenny's used it a few times before. And there were just 2 colors that I just thought, you know what? These would make really great basics in my wardrobe. So I grabbed them. These are the clearer colors that really make me sing. This one is called Ocean, I believe. And this one is Poppy. So this is an orange. It's an orange that goes red. I would say it's the color of a poppy. Kind of a vermilion, if you will. But I saw both of those colors and was like, you know what? I'm going to order 4 yards of each of those because I can already see what I want to do with these patterns. So the first one, this color, I am going to be making myself, now stay tuned, this is going to be happening sooner rather than later, a tailored vest that I can wear without anything underneath it. So like as a top, and a pair of wide leg trousers. I want to be able to wear those together, but also separately in my wardrobe. And this color was perfect because I was thinking of some of the skirts that I've got that I would want to wear a tailored vest with as a top, as well as some of the other trousers and stuff that I've got in my wardrobe. And I thought, ooh, that blue that I'm trying to bring more into my wardrobe would be fantastic as a tailored, like a fitted tailored vest that, again, that would be more like a shirt. Like I could wear it over stuff, but for the most part, I would wear it as like a sleeveless top. So anyway, stay tuned for that. That'll be coming here soon. And then a pair of wide leg trousers. And I go back and forth. I was kind of tempted to, I've made the cashmerette Miriam trousers before. They've got that really cool detail of like an expanding waist, like when you sit and stand. And I have made those before. I want a pair of wide leg trousers though. So, and I could definitely hack the leg on the Miriam to make them wider. And that could be kind of fun to play around with. Or I also have, and I purchased it. It's one of my works in progress, actually, a pair of pants for my daughter, which are the Paradise Patterns Portilla pants. And I need to make them up. But that comes in both a flat front and a pleated front. And I already own the pattern. I mean, I own the Miriam trousers as well. But that one I wouldn't have to do anything to. Like I would just be making it as is. So that could be kind of fun, making that pattern for myself as well, like I've made it for Ava. I made her the pleated because that's what she wanted. And I wouldn't be opposed to a pair of pleated ones, but I think a pair of flat front, especially because this is just a little bit more structured with that linen component in the fabric, would be really beautiful. So that's what I'm going to do for this color. And then for this color, you're going to have to stay tuned. There is a video that is coming out on Tuesday, I believe, that is that is a pattern release. And I want to make that with this. You'll be hearing more about it on Tuesday. Sorry to be cryptic. But in addition, 2 other patterns have come across my radar recently. I saw them both on Instagram, started following both, and I am intrigued. The first one is the Studio Sado. I don't know if I'm saying that correctly, the name of it, the pattern company, but she has this, is it the Foxhill slip dress? I think it's Foxhill, that I think is so beautiful. It is kind of a 1930s style dress. It's in a linen. It's absolutely beautiful. The back is a little plunging for me. I feel like I would want to raise the back V just so I could continue to wear a bra with the dress, but it comes with cup sizes, which you know how I feel about that. I am very tempted. I feel like I got 4 yards of this, so I have plenty to play around with, but I feel like that would be such a beautiful dress to wear. I mean, I don't have any weddings coming up this summer or anything. I've got my kids' graduation, but I already have fabric for the graduation dress. But yeah, any kind of event that might pop up this summer, or even just a nice night out, I think would be absolutely gorgeous. The other pattern that has recently crossed my radar is the bold one, and I think she's in New Zealand, but the Gracie wrap dress. I just think this is the cutest dress. Now, I don't know that I'll do the micro mini for myself, but I am going to use this pattern for my daughter's graduation dress. So I have some white Dupioni that is on a roll. It's actually left over for one of my friend's wedding dresses that she made for herself. And she had a whole bunch left over and she's like, do you just want it? I was like, sure. Because apparently, and I don't think I knew this before, but it's tradition to wear white for graduation, for girls to wear white at graduation. And I feel like it's only been in the past couple of years that I've heard that's a tradition. Is that a tradition everywhere? Or is that just something in Indiana? I don't know. Anyway, we're going to do white for her. She just wants a fit and flare dress. That pattern comes with multiple necklines and different like front and back necklines, quite a few, like 3 or 4, I don't know, different sleeve options, and then a couple of different skirt options. So let's see, Catherine Holbrook from Bringing Sewing Back just made it, and it's so cute. And she's an hourglass figure, and my daughter's an hourglass figure. And the dress also comes with cup size options as well. So I'll be able to use those for her too. Anyway, but I thought I could make one for myself too, and that could be also something kind of fun to use for this. I'm leaning more towards that slip dress mostly because I feel like slip dresses are good on me. Just it kind of mimics the lines of my body anyway. So as long as I can get those cups to fit me correctly and not like have the cup seam like hitting in my breast tissue as opposed to below it, as long as I can get that fitting well, I don't know, I'm very tempted. I would definitely make a muslin before I cut into the good stuff, but I don't know, that may be where I'm leaning for myself, and then making the Gracie for my daughter. Also, I feel like once I've made a pattern for her, and then I shouldn't say that, it makes it a little less appealing to her. That's why I need to make these Paradise trousers for her first, the tortilla trousers for her first, and I'd be making a different view. She's not like too bad about that kind of stuff, but I feel like with a dress that she might be like, anyway. I'm like, listen, you're keeping me cool. Like, I've got to follow whatever you're doing. Also, as I'm looking at these 2 linens with my son's shirt fabric, those also go really well together. So I think I created like a little capsule of things here. So if I've got enough fabric, I may be using his shirt fabric for other things as well, to kind of, I just feel like all these colors just go so well together. So anyway, there you have it. I got 2 linen rayon blends and then 5 cottons using my birthday coupons back in February. And I feel like it was birthday money well spent. It has inspired me. I cannot wait to get them washed up so that I can get them cut out. I am ready to dive. Yeah, I've just been having a lot of fun in the sewing room. Jenny's been over here a lot more frequently doing sewing of her own. She has definitely been bitten by the bug, and that just makes it a lot of fun when you've got someone to sew with. So yeah, I've really been enjoying that. So here's to more sewing, everyone. All right, that is all I have for today. I hope you guys have a great weekend. Get some sewing in, and I will see you guys again on Tuesday. Have a good one. Bye.